Hello, if you're just joining us for the recording. We've just all checked in, and I was reflecting on Jeanette's experience of having been in a room, a Zoom room with 108 wonderful people with new local, that she's got lots of information and context to share with us already, which is super exciting. That she'll bring some of that on Monday, is what I'm remembering. So yeah, and just talking about the energy of that, like being in a room with more than 100 people on Zoom and having that sense of being inspired by the positivity and the energy for helping to create what's emerging here. And yet amongst us, as we've checked in, there's also been this tenderness here about navigating some of the ups and downs and the energy and the challenges as well. And, you know, it speaks really clearly to me of what it's like to be a purpose business person, someone starting your precious work in the world, that both journeys are simultaneously and interwoven. The moments where you have that pure inspiration and dedication and commitment and surging forward no matter, you know, what obstacles, and then the days when it's more than we can it's more than we can do, and really the best that we can do is to nurture ourselves through the energy states we find ourselves in and learning how to navigate that. And one of the things I remember saying in the retreat, or just post a retreat, actually, it was in an article, something that was alive in me around social medicine, and I may have shared it already in one of the Monday calls, I'm not sure, but this sense of the retreat having provided social medicine, that as a collective we came forward and we held each other, but we also held a collective space to be able to receive attendees and have them step into this sort of healing spaces, these different modalities, whether or not it was creative that was most attractive to some people, they were drawn to the creative activities. For other people, they were drawn to the more ritual activities like the ceremony or the meditation or the distance healing. And, you know, for others, they were drawn to the play workshop or the different business learnings that they could, that they were attracted to. So I have this sense of like, we held a collective space, like a serve yourself sort of creativity pool and healing space. I was really, I experienced that as medicine. At a social level, I really experienced that as medicine. So I guess just to sort of close on that piece, there's two pieces that I see, or two aspects of that I can see. One is that we support each other to activate, which in physics is the activation energy of a hill, and having a ball rolling up a hill and having enough energy to activate up to the apex of the hill so you can start the momentum of rolling down the other side. And from a neuroscience point of view, having accountability buddies and having compassionate colleagues who support that pushing up and over to the top of the hill so you can get some momentum and start on a new journey is really important. Certainly has been central and pivotal to my own experience of getting started. There's that activating energy, and then there's the maintenance energy or the resilience energy of continuing to navigate once we're up and over the first hurdle. So I tell myself that in the startup world, in the community of incubators and accelerators and all the things that are out there in startup land, not a lot look at the resilience longer term perspective. I see a lot of them looking at how do we help activate up and over the first hill. Let's go, let's push, let's hustle, let's push up and over that first hill and get you going. And so people get some momentum, but they roll down the hill. And then certainly my experience is that it's only that first section that gets really attended to. And that one of, I think, the beauties of Wise Women Rising is the community intention is not just to help the activation, but to help the resilience and the longer term embedded sense of community and support, to be able to have the days where we don't feel like talking, but also have the days where we know that when we're ready, there's a Zoom room full of beautiful women who are ready to help catch us or hold us or support us in the next phase where we find ourselves, and just having a really safe place to acknowledge, like, these were my intentions, this is what I have got done, I can celebrate, and this is where I mourn because I didn't get the progress I would have liked. Like, just having that simple, beautiful, powerful accountability.
What I hear, Karen, is sustainability.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Irene. And I think that's now the question. Like, for me, is we did a beautiful retreat, and in lots of ways, the retreat helped a lot of us to activate, because it actually caused us or called us forward into a certain date at a certain time. Show up, try it. Here's your appointment with yourself, and we're all going to come and support you to activate. So my sense is that we got a first taste of what that's like, of like hosting a group event and supporting each other to create for something like that. And that was a kickoff, really, in lots of ways, even though Wise Women Rising has had a getting together history since December 2018, and all through 2019, little group retreats, myself and Shez and Irene and Kat Bailey and Annie Holcomb at Grace Revolution, and Helen, who joined us in 2019. So we've had like this group of women who've helped keep the idea alive through 2019. I went and did lots of different pieces of study over different things. I actually joined a couple of activator type accelerator incubator things, learned how to build a pitch deck and a few different things. Because I come from a marketing and public relations background, all that communication stuff was really appealing to me, and I sort of gravitated and learnt more about Canva in the last 12 months. And so I really love all the design side of things now. I'm really enjoying how that's upped the ante for me around beauty and design, in sharing a message that really matters to me, that there's enjoyment in the creativity, that they're really both alive for me about that. So yeah, so we find ourselves here tonight for the welcome sessions, or the beginning of. And just to give you a snapshot, the last time we did this, we met for an hour, 4 Mondays in a row. Actually, we added a 5th because we did a feedback session at the end where I was gifted feedback of how it had been to be in those 4 Mondays in a row, to learn about Wise Women Rising. I shared lots of slides in each of those sessions that as I remember it, maybe 10 or more. And I attempted to tell the whole story, and also did lots of group connection work. So we'd get together, we'd spend quite a bit of time checking in, discovering needs. Speaking to needs was really the whole first session we spent, orienting around needs and speaking to the needs of the organisation. And that had come out of a groundwork process. And groundwork is a way of organising, and there's more to be said about groundwork. And however, we took ourselves through a groundwork process, myself and Shez and Irene and Kat Bailey, and we together emerged the core needs of the organisation. So a safe place to belong, contribute and thrive was the sentence that we wrote. And the safe place was actually empathic place. Safe place to share feelings, safe place to be vulnerable, safe place to grow, safe place to be creative and try things. So safe place was about having a container that had empathy embedded in it. And then, yeah, to belong somewhere, have a sense of camaraderie, contribute, bring our work, and thrive. To actually have that be embedded in that, it's not just precious work as a self-indulgence. It's precious work as a contribution to ourselves and a mutual sense of thriving in the world. So tonight I'm not inspired to spend the whole session on that. But I really start there because I really value the energy of those needs and how they've helped carry this idea, and how central they've been already to helping design and bring to life what is now Wise Women Rising, the community as it's emerging. So naming them is very important to me. And there's also been work done around our purpose statement, our vision, our mission, all of which is in the booklet that I've produced for everyone for the welcome session. So everyone in the community has received a copy of that on the email. And I really, I'd look forward to having conversations about how that booklet is landing with you and what inspires you particularly about it. Even, you know, yeah, suggestions really on how to improve it would be really welcome as well. So that's sort of my mini introduction to tonight. I'd like to go around and hear from each of you. What are you hoping you might get out of this welcome sessions as a, like, what's not clear to you? What would you like to understand better? So that it just either reassures me that I'm on the right track with what I've prepared, or gives me some guidance of what else to include if I've not prepared to cover it. So could we do a round, and maybe can we nominate the next person so we're not spending a lot of time on and off the mute button. So Lucy, can I nominate you if you're willing? And so just, what is it that you're imagining or hoping that you might get out of this in terms of what's your curiosity?
I guess for me, it's just that I'm curious about the progression, the next level, the next step, whatever, you know, the word is. So I'm finding myself sitting quite comfortably with what you have distributed and what you have given us. So I suppose in a way I was just here, I just came to be part of the process. I'm not sure that I was expecting anything specific, but just wanted to be part of the process and participate in that. So, yeah.
Thank you. That means so much to me. It lands as such support, and yeah, really matters that there's like something being emerged here that we can all participate in, and we may not participate in everything, but if when we step forward and participate, we help hold and carry it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Lucy. Do you want to nominate someone?
Sure, I'll nominate Chris.
Thanks, Lucy. I think I have come tonight, and I'm coming to all the sessions this weekend, I hope, with knowing that I'm not finding the time to sit down and really look closely at, okay, how do I get my profile on the website? How do I do this next thing? And so I've written in my diary, member profile tonight. And so I'm hoping to get something out of it that will go, I'll be able to go, good, practical. Yeah, okay, I can do that quickly or whatever. And the same with the other sessions, something practical. I'll go to Helen. You're sitting below me, Helen.
Thanks, Chris. Well, I'm remembering that, of course, I was one of the fortunate group who was involved in Karen's welcome sessions over those 4 Mondays. And unfortunately, pretty much straight after that, I went through this really hectic period with work, etc., and didn't feel I had the headspace to get back to it. And it's one of those things, isn't it, that when you know, the longer you leave it, the harder it seems to be. And it's like, oh yes, I'll get to that. And of course, you know, I didn't. And I still haven't. And so one of the, you know, several reasons that I'm here tonight is to create that commitment again, and definitely as a refresher, because if I was to be tested on what we went through, Karen, I think I'd fail. But, you know, repetition is, you know, that's a really good way to learn, isn't it? So, and For me personally, I'm in a different place, even with regards to Wise Women Rising, as I was, than what I was at the start of those 4 sessions. For me, it's a different energy, and it's more, there's more of a groundswell, so to speak, which I think's, with the more people that we've got involved and obviously having the retreat and everything. So it's such an exciting time. I want to be here. I want to be able to do it because I can see, having been involved in, our incredible retreat, what potential there is and what there will be created. So I didn't want to miss out. Okay, with that, I'm going to go to Jeanette. Thank you.
I just looked up there what groundswell is, because I've actually never heard of that before. Yeah. I came tonight because I guess I jumped in at the retreat, not knowing too much, but I had witnessed Shez and Karen at the storytelling. So I was like, and I remember them vividly, that I wanted to get involved, and I really want to understand what Wise Women Rising is outside of the retreat, where it's going, and the vision and everything else that comes with it. And yeah, that's my intention for being here. And I'll Irene, please.
I'm why am I here? I'm here because it seemed the right place to be. It's not that I've got anything particular that I wanted to accomplish or achieve out of being that I'm aware of, but it just seemed to be here, whether I felt tired or not, just to be here. So I'm here being. Thank you.
What a precious gift it is too, Irene. Thank you so much. Cheers to you.
Yeah, pretty much everything's been covered, I think. I am working on a new profile and offering, and it's a work in progress, so it would be nice to know, where to put that when I've got it ready, and how to. Yeah. That's me.
Thanks, Lucy.
I think I've done.
Oh, yeah.
She already went.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, sorry, you started us. Thank you.
I did.
Thanks so much. We've gone around. Thank you, everyone. I'm thrilled just to appreciate the support that's in the room. That's what's moved me 100%. And there's also this appreciation of the practical, Chris. The practical really spoke to me too. That's why I gave the 3 sessions a heading. Like, let's do our profile, our bank account, our time bank account, and our village hub. Let's get those sorted. I'm just going to grab that puppy. 1 second.
And I'm just going to grab a drink of water. I'm so dehydrated. Back in a mo.
Jet's come down to support me. I couldn't pick him up. He wanted to play so much. He was being so playful and couldn't grab him. So thank you. Do you want me to sit with him? Or are you happy to? Thanks. So what's here for me is to start with the practical. I'm keen to show you through the booklet, and Storytell, but I could get so carried away with that we might not get through the profile piece. And so this piece is important to me to complete tonight. So I want to start with this practical piece and then come back to some of the storytelling in the booklet, depending on how much time we have. I also want to acknowledge that Shez has mentioned that she may be stepping into the other meeting at 8. We'll see how you go, if you would like.
I've sent my apologies. So.
Oh, have you? Okay. So I was holding that as important if you wanted to have choice about that, so that we do the practical first.
Oh, okay.
So what I might do is, oh yes, Irene.
I was just going to check in with you. What time does this go to?
That's why I think I was starting with the practical so that we could have that choice after. If we can, I'd like to check in at say 8:15, see how we're feeling and what's alive. And then, so if we can do this next 25 minutes on the very practical, and I'll screen share and we can all do it at the same time and step through it, then that will feel like an accomplishment that we hop off the call with having that piece done, and that then we can decide how much more time we spend if we feel up to it for a little bit more. So I'll screen share it first, and then I'll invite you to see what you can do to squash your Zoom room to one side of your computer screen and open up a browser window in a little bit. But I'll just show it to you first so we can orient, and then we'll give it a go. Difficult with the Zoom bar there. I need to be able to work out. Oh yes, I can move it. Right. So we close there and we go to here. Oh, lovely guidebook. We'll come back to you. Okay. So arriving at the Wise Women Rising homepage is going to autoplay the video. If I can stop that, I will. It seems to be loading slowly. Maybe it's I've got too many windows open, which I often have. So up here in the top right hand corner, can you see that there's a little, here comes the video, I'll just pop that on pause. A little image of me and a bell and a drop down right next to the top menu. This is the area we're going to concentrate on first tonight. And Chris, you've actually done this piece. So this first piece, you already get gold stars. I'm not sure if you were aware that you'd done this piece, but so there you go. Something that you clicked on helped you get to here, and you've already done this bit. So for everybody else, this is the area where we're focusing now, and what it will give you, if I log out here, instead of your little image, it'll give you this, a login button. So if you hit that login button, it'll take you to a page, a sign-in page, and this is to a whole back end of the website for members. So the front end of the website has what it has at the moment, the video page and the About Us page and a few different things. But behind the curtain in the members zone is a whole another world of pages and access to different things. And that's where we want to help people to step in through that curtain and be involved in the members side of the website behind the front curtain. So it'll take you to this page, and here it's assuming that you're already a member, but underneath it says new to this site, sign up. That's where we're headed, to that button there, new to this site, sign up. So what I'll invite you to do is actually, now that you've had a quick squiz, there's a bit more to it, but what we might do is if I close out of it and stop screen share, and invite you to squeeze your screen sideways and give that a try. And I'll stop the recording just while we do this. And if you're at home following along with this, you might like to just pause the recording as well, and then we can all give that bit a go, and then we'll come back. So yeah, the question just got asked, is this a different profile to the Shed profile? And yes, it is. The Shed profile was specific to the retreat. And yeah, what we're effectively doing is we're moving our profile from Shed across to the Wise Women Rising website. So from now until December, we're actually creating a whole virtual village of options and pages and things behind the curtain. And all those pages are accessible for members of the website. And that's separate to members of the retreat we had our own operating system, that Shed system. So yeah, you can basically bring your photo and your profile from Shed and bring it across to the website. That's the plan.
That's the same with me too.
Great. So Irene, how are you going? I can't hear you.
I really don't know what I'm doing. I've gone to the website and gone into where it says members, and I'm probably in the wrong place or something because I don't know what it.
Okay, so maybe what I'll do is screen share again. I wonder if you've gone into the members area, which says news, Wise Women Rising news. It's but it's the public side of the website rather than the members website.
Well, I've got up the top. It's got about, discussion, announcement, rooms, members, events, media, files, and I've gone to the members part there.
Oh, Irene, I think you're in your Wix account. So what I would recommend is type in wisewomenrising.com.au in the browser if you haven't already. I'm confused. It sounds like you're in your Wix account as opposed to in the Wise Women Rising account.
Facebook. I'm in Facebook, I think.
Ah, okay. So I'll screen share again. I'll just show you.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so we're all logged in, and the invitation is to visit your profile page. I'm going to screen share again, and here you've got an option to edit your profile. This is reasonably important given that women who join the membership between now and December who may not have been at the retreat, this will be the place where they find out a bit more about you and about the offerings that you have created already. You might like to put a recording link from your workshop at the Wise Women Rising retreat. I have done so at the bottom of my profile. I've embedded the YouTube link back to my workshop so that
it's really small. Can you make it bigger?
I can make it bigger. Yeah. How's that? Is that bigger?
Ah. Oh, hang on. I need to expand my thing. That's what.
Oh, that's probably why. Yeah. So this is a powerful place for you to start to tell your story about what you're offering, what you have offered, and what your story, how your story is evolving, where you're up to with what you're creating, and your invitation for people to connect with you. So I've said just a little bit about my offering as Activate Wellbeing, and given a website link for people to come and discover more. So I encourage you to spend some time, if it's over this weekend and then it's done, and if not, when you get the chance, to spend some time to edit. See the edit button here, and there's a edit button underneath your profile so you can update your picture, bring your photo across from Shed, and also an edit three buttons there, share my profile. So if you don't have a website yet, you can also potentially share this profile page with people like a business card. And certainly if you got approached by someone to trade with you on the, you know, if someone said, oh, I love the idea you're involved in a time trading, you know, how do I do that? You know, what's that about? You can help start them by showing them how you're involved if you would like to, and then introduce them on so that they can start to come and get connected. But it's almost like you're helping them and their curiosity by you're showing them in a little, which supports them to get their head around what it is we do. And so you can,
Karen, so
yeah.
a quick question.
Yeah.
If we wanted to just have a look at your profile, just to give us an idea, or to give me an idea of what it's set up, can we find you on the members page?
Yeah, definitely. So
Or do we have to log out to go and look at that?
no, you don't need to log out. There is a members, it's called the members directory. It's not in this section here. And what I've realized is I haven't linked you a link to the members directory. Let me show you what I have linked, and then that's a piece of homework for me to do, is to link the members directory, which will start to now have all of us in it. I can show you the page, but I hadn't made it public yet because no one was on it. So this button up here, I'm wanting to spend a little moment just to show you through, because whenever you log in, and usually it'll keep you logged in unless you log out. So when you come back to Wise Women Rising, it should automatically have you logged in, has been my experience so far, is that it'll open you up on the profile, and then if you hit return to members home, I have collected the links that are the most frequently used ones. Is it going to do it for me? Yeah. And put them here. So this is like our home page of this virtual village environment. And down here are these are the main links. So this will take you to up here, the Facebook members page, which is the virtual village one that I've been trying, that's private, that I've been attempting to have all of us signed up for on Facebook. So it's just for member alerts, member postings, member things. And then we have our public Wise Women Rising page, which is still, I'm occasionally posting things over there too. So people who are following us and who haven't joined actively in the membership are still being able to find us on Facebook. But there's a public page and a members page. So just so that there's clarity about that. And we now have on YouTube unlisted behind a wall all the recordings from the retreat that were recorded. Helen, thank you so much with all my heart for supporting that massive job of getting all of the recordings of the sessions across onto our YouTube channel. So you can locate that YouTube channel and the button there. And once we have it all set up and ready to show you publicly, we'll let you know. Just so I'm clear, the workshops will not be available publicly. The members can access the full library of all the workshops. That was the agreement that was made. So that's what we're doing. That's why they're unlisted behind a wall on YouTube, and we're not quite ready with the page yet. So we'll let you know when that's ready. So here's the main buttons for the website for members. This is your time bank area. So we'll talk about that more on Sunday, and we'll apply for an account on the time bank on Sunday. So Shez and Irene already have one, Helen has one. So yeah, we'll go to the time bank on Sunday, and we'll actually log into the time bank, and we'll make some basic setup. We'll record some basic setup there so that you're familiar with that. So this is where we trade our time credits. This is where we hang out. This is our main portal here in the middle, the village hubs. And there's also an events page and a resource library. So this is where I'm going to spend time tonight. And this over here, the front office, at the moment it's just a send email link, because I haven't set up a separate section of the website for inquiries for people to contact us if they hear about us and they want to connect with us about what we might be able to offer them in group packages like Women's Health Week, and front office will support negotiating those, like whether there's commercial or social projects being handled, front office will handle those. So we know where to go, that's where that stuff is going to be handled. Village hubs is where we're all in the membership, trading time and supporting each other. So this is our schoolhouse together, our co-learning environment where we're playing. So I'll take you to the hubs. We'll spend a bit more time with hubs tomorrow, because that's what tomorrow is about, is actually joining into a hub. And if there's not one here that really immediately calls to you straight away and you go, yay, I want to be in that one, then you've got a create group button up here, so you can create your own hubs and invite people into them. So these are just some beginner ones that I've put together based on what we did at the retreat. So they're some starting places where you might feel you'll move to gravitate to, because that's where you would like to make your homeroom. So we'll talk some more about your homeroom, your hub, and there'll be your play group, your accountability buddies, your playmates between now and December. And there's, a few different ways that the hub can really support you to continue on the process of developing your work and your workshops and your, even if it starts to become like a course idea that you're wanting to develop, or all sorts of things. Like, there will be mutual support in those hubs. So that's, important, and we'll spend some more time there tomorrow. So you'll be able to pick a hub, and we'll go through the steps tomorrow of signing you into one. These two resources here on the side, members events at the moment, I've just put in there the, this is your member profile of your events. Okay, so I haven't signed up to them. So it'll say see upcoming events. So I want to go to what's coming up that I want to sign up for. So this is in my profile. If I've not agreed to go to any, I won't have any in there. But then there's a couple coming up. And one's the Friday, the October members couple of days, where we'll get together and do some more progress similar to this. And actually there's already like a flow game possibility, and there's a few ideas being offered for that as a members get together. And then December, again, we'll look back on the August to December period, and we'll do some learning together, and we'll do some dreaming about what's happening in 2021. So there's those two events are on the calendar. So if you were to RSVP, those events would then drop back into your profile, which I won't spend time doing now, but I invite you to play. So like once your profile's built, you'll be able to click on that members homeroom and go to the member events, click through the members events, head to that members page and sign yourself up for those events. There's also a resource library. So we're about ready to, it's nearly 1:15, so I'm just going to finish up with this piece, just to show you the resource library. And this is where we'll start to have conversations and share documents and create a bit of a library, resource library for us to share things. And in this space, I've already added what is nonviolent communication, an introduction there, what is time banking, what is groundwork, and also some notes about getting started in your village hub. So some resources for you. Once you've built your profile, signed up to a couple of events, come back to this resource area. This will help you get started. But we'll do more of that after this weekend. So this weekend tonight was just get your profile set up. So we can basically give that a big massive tick. You might have in the background been thinking, oh, what photo will I use for this profile? And will I just bring my profile details over from the retreat, or will I have to write more? What else will I add? Where do I find my recording from the retreat so that I can add it in of my workshop? So how can I link my workshop to my, so they're all the things I encourage you to play with and see how you go. If you can discover through trial and error and playing with it, the familiarization will really help, because there's so much more. And I just want us to start with like, okay, let's just get our profiles done. There's a phone app, there's all sorts of fun. There'll be booking with each other for our one-on-ones and booking workshops with each other. There's a whole heap of technology infrastructure here. I just want to start really gently so that we feel like we're moving through this together and getting our heads around it. So can I just, I'll stop the screen share now. Yeah. And just check, how was it? And do you feel sort of familiar enough with your profile right now that you could start to add stuff in to make it your own? There's some nodding happening.
I was just going to, oh, go on, Lucy.
Sorry, Jeanette. I was just going to ask, can we still log into our shared page or profile, or
Yes.
so we go through the main website to do that?
Yes, you can. Let me show you where I've put it. I moved it, but it is still on the home page. And you can get to your shared recording there, but it won't be there indefinitely, because this was only this having the option to up here under the button Wise Women Rising News is July retreat replays, but that is the shared page.
Okay.
The retreat, and my commitment is to not have that be public as soon as, because our job was to get the recordings all copied and across to oh look, that's why they're not accessible. My apologies. They're not accessible because I was working with Helen to get them all onto here we go, onto YouTube. So as soon as we've got that established, then we can close the shared access. So if you're wanting to go back to shared, but the retreat link to share, why I'm stumbling is I'm just trying to catch my head up to where we got to with all this conversation. Yeah, so shared has the Zoom links of your recordings. However, the Zoom links, the reason they will no longer be accessible as of the end of the month is because it's costing like 70 something US to have all the storage space that we needed to be able to host all of the Zoom recordings. And so what we've done is we've grabbed a copy of everybody's Zoom recording and put it across to YouTube privately so that then we can, close the Zoom links. So these links are only here until about the 26th of this month. You can still access them at this point in time, but it's not advisable to use the Zoom links from Shared because they will close at the end of this month. And we'll be able to circulate give you your Zoom link for your workshop replay so that you can embed that in your profile.
You mean the YouTube link?
YouTube, yeah, the YouTube link. Thanks, Shez. So yeah, but you can still access them for the time being. And it's not been obvious, so I wasn't worried because, you know, if you're wanting to see the replays, you have to know basically that you have, you know, obviously you have to be signed into Shed, and that caught a lot of people off guard that you had to sign into Shed.
So basically we need to sign into Shared to retrieve our photo or a profile, although photo is probably in our computer, and even maybe the profile too.
Yeah, thanks, Shez. And thanks. I am getting tired. I can notice I'm struggling a little. It is actually that if you want to grab your bio or your photo, you'd have to go in through the links that I gave you. So you signed in as a facilitator or whatever, so you can go through the back way and copy all that down. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yay. So that's, yeah, we've got there. So that's still there on the website, but yes, it is a bit of a...
And the end of the month is, it's the 31st of August will be the last day.
Well, no, the 27th is actually when Zoom is due to bill my account, and I would like to have cut it off on the 27th. So,
or the 26th maybe.
26th will be the last time you can access the shed and see the recording there. But it is already, the whole lot of them have, Helen's huge service has been to transfer all the links and upload them onto YouTube.
Oh, so they're all already on YouTube.
They're all already on YouTube, but not publicly. They're hidden, and we're putting together a page of retreat replays that we'll be able to make available in the members area.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, there was some more questions. Yes, Chris.
Use my waving hand every time. If I just do screen share,
Yeah,
I'm
please.
just trying to figure out how I actually where I put it in the profile that I bring across from Shed. How do I do screen share? In more?
In the green
On
box
the
down the
bottom.
bottom.
Or maybe I have to make it full screen first. Ah, there it is. Okay. That one. Share. So I hit these three little buttons next to my photo, these three little dots, and up came edit, though it's not doing it now.
Oh, you've got it. There's a button there to
And that's-
save. It says you haven't saved. That's why it's not giving you the edit button.
Okay. So now let's say I've cut my bio off the shed. Now,
Yep.
what do I have to do? Is it over here, share something about yourself?
Yes,
Paste it in there.
paste it in there.
Ah.
And even you can put other photos. You can put the video link in there. Yes. So you'd click in there and paste and then publish.
Great. All right. I love being able to be the person that asks the, let's call it the dumb question. I don't like that, but you know what I mean. The question that
I love it
Probably
that you asked too, because it's really, it's not as obvious as you might think. And I actually really appreciate you asking. And thanks for showing us.
I've got a question now.
Yeah. Can you keep
Oh,
your
no.
screen there for a minute, Chris? Just.
I've just worked it out. In order to put a photo, I click on the camera icon. If I want to embed a video, then it's all right. I got it.
Yeah. Awesome.
I just wanted to say that I did go through back to the Wise Women Rising news and went through the retreat and found my profile on Shed. So it's all good.
Oh, yay.
It's all there.
It's all there.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
It is actually doable.
It's
I know
working. It's
it's
working.
working. Yay. It's working.
And for this profile, you know, if you had a session and I don't know, it could be deemed a little bit more private. Is this profile just for the members of Wise Women Rising? I keep saying wild.
Actually, every time I hear you say, I keep saying, I'm wanting to invite you to imagine saying, next time I'm going to say Wise Women Rising.
Next time I'm going to say wise. Honestly, whenever I'm talking about it to my friends, it's wild that keeps going up. I'm in the Wild Women Rising.
Which I love as well, by the way.
Yeah, wise.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it for just members or?
Just members.
Okay, right. Just
All of this is behind the members zone.
okay.
So once you've clicked that button and you've got a little profile in the top corner,
Mhm.
yes, if there's stuff that you only want to share with the Wise Women Rising, it will only be shared with the Wise Women Rising.
Okay.
See on Chris's profile there, it's got a button, make profile public.
So we have a choice.
Right.
So you can
Okay.
share it like a business card out in the world as make a public profile,
If
or
you,
you can keep it. Yeah. But I would really love, this is part of the experimentation, because I've set all this up, but I haven't played with it lots. And actually our shared playing with it is part of what this pilot is about, is that we all get to road test this system and see if it works for us.
Wow. Especially for the poetry I'm trying to think where I could just put if there was a few sessions, keep putting all the poetry and have a collection, you know, and maybe in that resource library.
You could have like a scrolling about underneath and have different sessions that you've recorded and put under there. You could have a video introduction of yourself, which is something that I'm really keen to support as an idea in the community, is that, you know, people might come to your about profile and there's a video inset there and it's, hi, I'm Karen. These are the things that I am creating in the Wise Women Rising. This is what matters to me. And, you know, this is what I'm dreaming of. So it could be like a 3-minute short, powerful introduction based on what my purpose is and why I'm in here. And that could be something really powerful if we took it on as a community too.
Yeah, love it. I really like the website and I love the visuals, the colouring and everything on the purple. Yeah, and the little home. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, Karen, congratulations. It's just such a very sophisticated and complex but simple system and website that you put together. It's just amazing. So thank you for doing all of that. It's just wonderful.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's fabulous.
I'm super excited. I hope it's a really helpful facilitator of ease and connection. Like, my hope is that once we're set up on the website, and then when we're ready, I'll send everyone the download link for the phone app. It should be as easy as going, click on your phone, hi, Lucy, book, done. Like, that's my hope, that it'll be that easy, or on your desktop in the members area.
Yeah.
To book with each other, to check what workshops are coming up that everyone in the community is putting on, whether it's workshops or public events or running a new pilot, going to offer something new, would love some supporters, RSVP here, like that sort of closed community event management all in here. So, you know, I'm looking forward to a time when it might be all up and working in a way that we can really enjoy it. So yeah, it's been a labour of love. I've really enjoyed doing it.
Karen, can you remind me what you said before? Because I'd love to see your profile just to get a bit of a sense of what you put. How do I get to yours again?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, have we got Chris's up, have we? Sorry, I don't know.
We've got Chris's
Oh,
up.
that's screen shared, yeah.
How do I unscreen share?
Just click on screen share.
If you put your cursor up towards the top of the screen, and a Zoom menu will appear, and it's, if you ask to stop share.
Oh,
Stop.
Yeah. There it goes.
Awesome. Yes, there is. Let me show it to you. I feel a little remiss that I hadn't already connected it, but I'll show it to you, and then I'll connect it tonight. In fact, I can show you in the space where I connect it all, so that we've got now a members directory. Let me go back into members. So if you're out in the public side of the site, you've only got these options of home, about us, contact us, and the news and the retreat replays. That's all that's on the public side of the site. So, and the Wise Women news, just while I'm here, take a quick sidestep here. I think I definitely have a sense of too many windows open tonight. Just pause the video and go to the news. Okay, so the Monday welcome sessions that we've, the Monday community calls are recorded and put in here. Or if I don't get the whole recording put in, I'll at least put the slides. So like from last week's session, the news from the 10th, this is the slide set. So people can come, you can come back if you miss a community call on a Monday, but you're curious what happened at that call, you can come to the news tab without having to go into the members site. And it's also where I've put the replay of the new local clip for those who are interested. Okay, so back into the members site, back into profile. I'll show you my profile first. Helen, is that what you were asking? So how how to find everybody.
Yeah, but sorry, I didn't realise you hadn't connected it up. Is that what you're saying?
That's all right, I haven't, but I'm going to do it now. And what I can do so that you can test it. So I'm going to go to move this. Is go to pages menu, site page, and the site page is called there, Wise Women Rising Member Directory. And I go to settings.
Social share, is it?
Unhide it from the menu. Okay. So it's just loading, it's just having a look to see, find us all, and here we are. So this will start to look a little bit like the Shed page that had all of our photos and our bios. As we get our pictures up in here, this will become a member directory. And it hasn't filled your name or any of the details here. So it's really important to come back and update those. And so now I can hit all these and follow all of you, which I plan to do anyway. Oh, I can't because I'm in the back end. I can't. I have to go to the live site to do that. So yeah, that's what will happen for you to be able to get to that page. I've just made it viewable. And what I will do is that colourful members page, that's a members homepage. What I'll do tonight is I'll link this page to that members colourful homepage. So when you come to members home, when you come to this members homepage, it will have another little mini circle that will say members directory. So it'll be members events, resource library. I'll probably put members events, members directory, resource library.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll be able to find it there. I'll do it tonight, so you've got it available tomorrow.
Oh, don't rush tonight, Karen.
That's an easy peasy thing to do. That'll take me 5 minutes because it's already there. It's already built. It just needs to be connected. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you for asking because that's important to me that obviously that's a really important piece. So yeah, that feels sort of complete. I just want to stop share and check back in with everybody. And 8:32, like that sort of feels complete enough for now. I did want to do a bit of a screen share on the booklet, but I think we'll leave it till tomorrow because it's Friday night and we've probably taken in as much as we can take in. That's what I'm telling myself. Yeah.
Nod, yes.
So I'm really glad that I started with the practical. Thank you, Chris, because you reminded me clearly and strongly, like, let's do the practical things. It's like, yeah, let's do them. Let's do it first. Yeah, do we want to do a little checkout round? See how we all are now? Yeah, me too. Look, I'm looking in the camera going, oh, tired. Okay, so can I pass to you, Chris? Would you be willing?
Yeah, thank you. I'm really grateful because it was exactly what I was hoping for, was to actually be walked through right in this moment. you know, because I imagine others like me are not quite getting to it. So if I've got to this meeting, then to be able to actually achieve it is great. That's lovely. Thank you.
You're welcome. And
I'll pop down
that's what I really wanted, because last time I spent a lot of time on all the storytelling and all the slides and all the, but at the end, not everyone had their bank account set up and not everyone had their, so I've just gone, oh, right, big learning. Let's do it this way this time, see how this is. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah.
pop down to you.
Yeah.
I didn't hear. Did you say me at the end?
Well, how about you jump in, Jeanette? You jump
Okay, so I couldn't hear the end. Yeah, no, I'm delighted that I can set up my profile and know the back end of things. Yeah, and I'm really excited. The website looks brilliant. So yeah, I'm feeling happy.
Awesome. Over to you, Lucy.
Thank you. Yeah, it feels great. It feels good to connect to them in a strange way, you know, just all the practical things actually connect you to the spiritual side of things, you know, whatever you like to, like it connects you to the intention and what it's supposed to do. So it feels really good. So thank you. But yes, I'm also feeling quite tired now. It's like, that's as much as I can take now. So
yeah, beautiful. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you.
Awesome. Helen, what about for you?
Yeah, that was really good. I mean, I really enjoyed the welcome sessions when it was more of the context or whatever you want to call it. But it's certainly really great to have the practical tonight. And about halfway through, I was thinking, oh, good, I'm going to play with this afterwards. But now it's like, I think it'll be a tomorrow thing, but I'm going to look forward to that. So I'll be playing then. And that was what I wanted to have out of coming live is that's it, I'm doing it. So now I've got that, you know, I've started that momentum's building. So I'm really looking forward to what we'll have done by or learn or both by the end of the weekend. So thank you, Karen. It was really lovely. Thanks, everyone.
I'm really, really glad it's sounding like it's really worked and landed as a practical step. And I love that you bring, Lucy, that it actually helps paint the vision by seeing the practical and the how we're going to do it helps paint the vision of the what as well and the bigger picture. I get that. I really do. And for you, Shez?
Well, the what and the why, so people can find us. And yeah, I really enjoyed knowing that I could make it public if I wanted to. So, because I don't have a website right now. And so that might be good. And yeah, I'm not going to wait until I've got it all totally perfect. I'm going to put something there. And it'll probably be not exactly what I had. It won't be exactly what I had on Shed, but it'll be something like an improved version of that. And then it'll be a work in progress. And
yeah, I think so for everybody. I think for all of us, it'll be a work in progress. And I love that approach because it's exactly in harmony with the whole learner community. What is it in the principles? Safe enough to try. Good enough for now, safe enough to try. One of the key principles. So allowing a yes, good enough for now, safe enough to try. Let's give that a go.
We'll give it a whirl, Shirl, and experiment, see how it flies. Yeah.
Love that. All right.
Great. Thank you.
Feeling excited that we got to where we are and really appreciating the support from everyone to have it happen. Otherwise, I'd be playing on a website with no friends. I can tell I'm tired. All sorts of things are coming out of my mouth now. But it's like I spent all that time on the website and I loved doing it because actually I had all of you in my heart and I knew that actually I was building something that I could go, here, look, we could play with this. And it just brings all that meaning to life. So thank you for supporting me to bring the meaning to life of it tonight. Lots of love. See you tomorrow at 2 if you can make it. See you then.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Karen.
Night. Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.